We are live. Hello, guys. Welcome to the Grounded Podcast session. We have Val. Yes, we have my cousin
Hi.
Val from Kalahari. Yes, we have a good session set for today. Let me go have a seat so we can get into it. Let me pull this a little closer. I know,
Yes.
guys. I said 3 o'clock, and I'm like super late. Um, don't mind me. I'm just gonna clean my camera a little bit. Yeah. So I'm like super late, but hey, better late than never is what I say. Val, you still there? It's like she paused a little bit.
Sorry, I was trying to share it, but I guess when I share it, it like put me on hold.
Well, that's okay.
I was trying to share it to like Facebook and Instagram so that people could come on here.
Oh,
But if I press share, it puts us on hold. Is that how it works?
yeah.
Ah, okay.
But it
Never
just
mind.
put it on hold until you do it. But I'm all about just getting this session done
Yes.
and getting the word out there. Let me
Yes.
tell you before we get into it how the other day I had somebody call me and called me just to tell me that they were having a rough time. And they watched my podcast that talked about new beginnings, and it helped them so much.
Oh,
And
that's
so that's what I
awesome.
look for. Like, yes, you me watch streams, but I like hearing that I'm doing something to help people, like,
Yeah, in a positive way.
yes,
Oh,
that's
it's
what,
awesome.
yes, that's what I want. So, a little closer. Keep on trying to pull closer so y'all can see me. Okay, so today
Yes.
we are going to talk about what is a healthy relationship and what does that look like. That's what we're talking about today. Okay. So before we get into it, I got some cotton candy on sale for $10.
Ooh.
Only the cotton candy though. They're on sale for $10
What is
until
that? Shea
5.
butter?
Yes.
Ooh, I love your shea butter. Let me tell you, that shea butter is awesome, especially for me. Because, I have acne and then, like, my skin break out super, super easy. So, that shea butter was everything. Not only does it make your skin nice and
Hey,
soft,
Mermaid, thank you for joining.
I not only does it make your skin nice and soft, that shea butter definitely helped with my acne scar. So, guys, definitely get on that. She
Yes, and
said
it's
there's
on
a
sale for
sale. Did you guys hear
$10.
that part? There's a sale, guys. Get on that.
Yes. The cotton candy is on sale for $10, and that is like a banger seller. Okay. So those of you that just joined, thank my day is doing good. We just got started. So thank you for joining Mermaid and King Spinus. Hello to you too. We're talking about what is a healthy relationship and what does that look like for us, like now. But before we get into it, I'm not promoting anything, okay? I would just like to taste wine and talk about what I think it tastes like
Yeah.
and let y'all know for all the people that like wine, like, oh, I want to like this. You don't have to drink. It's not about drinking. Because last time I did live, somebody thought it was about drinking, and it's not about that. Um, you got to go? Okay. Thank you. She said she like out here. Did you mute yourself again, Val? Yes, she did. My cousin.
I'm sorry. I'm getting used to this. So, first timer, as I can tell.
So, this wine is Rista. It's blueberry flavored, and let me tell you, it says semi-sweet. I'm not gonna lie, the the shit is sweet. Okay, it's not semi. It is sweet. Like I know what semi-sweet tastes like, and that's not semi-sweet. It's sweet. Um, and it's not strong. I like. I started drinking it last night. Look how
What's
much.
the percentage on that?
The percentage is like it says 12, but it's not strong. I don't know.
Now, how do we get our hair so fluffy?
But it's good. Guys, sorry if I'm like um I'm sorry. Oh, how do you get it so fluffy? Well, all I do is brush it out and then put some stuff on the top, mermaid. That's what I do. I just brush it out, put some stuff on the top to make it like lay fine. Oh, thank you.
Me
So
personally, I actually have dreads. So all I
yes,
do is add some human hair to my dreads, or like literally, that's all it is, and
yep,
that's what's fluffy, I guess, or
yes.
fluffy.
And her, I don't know how she does it with her dress to make them look like that. That's
Yeah.
something I can't do. But Val, show them the wine you got and tell them what you think about it before we get into
Oh
it.
yeah, let me grab it. Sorry guys, I was not prepared.
Oh, let me see some stuff. Princess saying.
This is a Cabernet Merlot. You know, and I love me a good, nice, rich and bold red wine. It's not sweet. It's dry. Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Cheers.
She like, I'm not a dry person.
No,
I'm
I'm
a
not dry. The wine is dry.
no girl.
You know, that's very important in a healthy relationship. Now you can't be dry. Yeah.
She is crazy. She is
Yeah.
silly. Guys, I'm sorry if I'm not like seeing your messages quickly enough. Um, so sorry about that. All right, so what is a healthy relationship and what does that look like? Like, I wanted to talk about that today because I think a lot of people have different like ideas of what a healthy relationship is.
Yeah.
And there's no wrong or right answer to that. Like honestly, like it's whatever you feel is healthy to you,
Yes,
right? And
absolutely.
what it looks like to you. Like nobody should be judging what you feel. Like, your choice is your choice. And I'm big on that. That's what my podcast is about. You have to deal with the consequences of the choices you make. So if you feel like something's healthy, that's what you feel like, right? So we just want to discuss today. And if anybody want to chime in on anything we say, feel free to go ahead and do so. You want to
I'm
start it off, Val? What do you think a healthy relationship is?
I feel
Like,
like
what
the
should it
most
look like?
important thing that people need to talk about in a healthy relationship is having open communication. And I feel like a lot of time men tend to fail when it comes to open communication because they don't believe that they need to tell us a lot of things. They feel that it's a need to know basis, and a healthy relationship doesn't work like that,
Yeah.
gentlemen's.
I'm just moving this stuff back a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
I also
yeah.
think respect, loyalty, understanding, showing each other grace when it's needed, because we're not perfect. We all make mistakes. So you should be able to show your partner grace and vice versa. I don't think that every argument needs to lead to a breakup. That's another thing. If you have a healthy relationship, you can fight with love and continue on with the relationship.
Yes. Oh my gosh. You kind of like touched some stones for me right there. Okay, so I'm gonna say this.
Yes.
Um, Definitely I feel that there's no perfect relationship, right? So you're gonna have disagreements. You're gonna have things that you're like, okay, I don't agree with what you said. Now, the issue that makes it healthy or unhealthy is how you go about your disagreements, right? Like, how do you go about having disagreements? Like,
Yes.
we don't have to agree, but we can respectfully disagree, right? Like, we don't have to be yelling and screaming. And if you do yell and scream, like, you need to be able to like fix that before the night is over. You decide to go to bed. Like
But
that's
I
what for
think
me.
that's my issue. Like when I argue, I do tend to get really loud. Don't judge me. I really do. So, but then is that really a healthy relationship? Like if you can't argue in a calmly fashion?
So I feel I'm gonna say this. If I'm arguing, I'm yelling at you. Are you really hearing me? Are
No.
you really hearing what I'm saying? No.
Yeah.
So it's unhealthy because then you're screaming and you feel like you're not hearing me, and the person feel like you're screaming at me. I'm not listening, right? So then that's energy being wasted between the two for no reason, right? Like
Yeah.
now when you're screaming, he's like, I'm not listening to you because you're yelling. I don't know who you yelling at. Now they're remember their men, their ego now becomes involved, and so the ego overtakes everything. Now they're not hearing nothing you saying. They're not hearing nothing you saying because you're yelling and screaming. So that's why I feel like if you know that you're angry, take a moment, calm down, be like, listen, I'm gonna talk to you about this when I'm calm. Now, if you have somebody that you're talking to, no matter if you're calm or you're yelling, they're not listening to you, period,
Yeah.
then that's something you need to just, I don't know. I ain't gonna say nobody what to do.
Yeah,
But communication is very important.
I
Like
agree.
I feel like if I cannot communicate with you, we doing nothing. Like we're wasting our time. We got to be able to talk, even if it's
Yes.
oh we yelling right now, but we come back and we talk about it. Like, but we got to be able to talk. So I agree with you on that aspect. Like, first off, every argument is not a breakup, right? Like, but it's also in how you're having the argument, right? Like, so I kind of went through that. So I know like someone like saying something and the other person like say I'm taking it like, oh, you're breaking up because of how
Mhm.
you're saying what you're saying. That's why
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't believe in texting um situations. Like if I'm mad at you, you mad at me, let's not text. Because if
yeah,
we texting, I'm gonna interpret it how I think, and you're gonna interpret it how you think, and then we're gonna have a whole misunderstanding.
yes,
But if we talking and you're hearing my tone, you're hearing my voice, and I'm hearing your tone and your voice, you can correct me immediately. Now, babe, that's not what I'm saying.
yeah,
You get what I'm saying? Now I'm
yeah,
reading a text. I have to wait for you to text back in this long message before I process what you're really saying. By that time, I'm already processing my own thoughts.
yeah,
So that's why I feel like communication in negative situations should not happen via text. It should always happen verbally or in person. And if you want someone to listen to you and hear you, because listening and hearing is two different things, right?
yeah.
I can hear you.
Learn that the hard way, though.
I can hear what you're saying all day, but that don't mean I'm listening to your fucking ass, right? Like,
Yeah, that's
and you
true.
can show if a person's listening, if you're telling them they're doing something wrong and they ain't correcting it, they damn sure ain't listening. They just hear what you said. Okay, I heard you.
They're listening to respond, not
Right,
actually listening to understand and move forward. You
right.
know, I think that also when it comes to a healthy relationship, women, we need to talk about withholding sex from our partner or using sex to get what we want. I don't think that's the correct way to go about it. I don't think, to be honest, my personal opinion, I don't even think you should deny your partner, spouse. You shouldn't deny them sex. That's how I also truly feel. I feel like that's what makes a healthy relationship.
And you know what? That's why we family because I agree. I say the same thing.
Good.
I'm so serious. I say that to. I'm telling you, every relationship I had, I told the person like, listen, because I guess they went through a lot of females that do
Yeah,
that. Like
it's true though. A
I'm
lot
not
of
sleeping
female
with you.
withheld sex.
Yeah, and so they'll say that, and I'm like, oh, I might be mad at you, but I'm not gonna not give it to you because you know why? Let me tell you where they f up with that. You could never go sleep with somebody or cheat on me and tell me what's the reason. You can't say I wasn't giving it to you. You can't say
Exactly.
you wasn't satisfied. So now what's your
Exactly.
reason? Now you have no excuse. So when I decide to peace out, there's nothing to say. There's nothing to say. So I feel like when you do that, and now this person go cheat, I'm not saying that that's a reason for them to cheat. I'm just saying now this person go do something because you haven't slept with them for months and they've been wanting and you've been denying this whole time over something
Mhm.
that y'all can discuss and move on from.
Yeah.
Like I can see if you're like, oh, he cheated on me and now I'm not sleeping with him,
Yeah.
right?
That
Like
makes sense because that's
that's
emotional connection. Yes.
right. So that's different. But like
Yeah.
we have an argument and I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm not sleeping with you because we had an argument. Ain't not perfect. We're gonna have arguments.
Well, hold on now, sis. I mean, if I argue with you, I don't know, healthy relationship or not, it's gonna be hard for me to open my legs to you
Mm.
now.
But
I
if you
think I don't know, like
no, no. But if you have a healthy relationship and you argue, and that person come back and that's why I said it's a difference when you have a healthy relationship. If you're arguing and you could come back and don't let the night end and sit in that argument, you could come back and say, "Hey, let's talk about this." Yes.
you wanted to, you want you what you're saying. What I'm hearing is you feel that we should address it and not go to sleep angry, right?
Yes.
But I'm the type of person, when I'm upset in any relationship, I tend to like don't speak to you for a couple of
Oh
days.
my gosh. But that's
Because
something, but that's something though that you now turn that situation unhealthy by doing that. Right? Because now you're
it's
sick.
unhealthy, you said?
Yeah, because now you're sitting with it. And while you're sitting with it, you're making days go by away from that person and away from each other, right? And you're also screwing yourself because now you're sitting there pondering on this argument, right? Taking time away from the person you love and yourself because you want time with that person too over something that y'all talked about and solved already. You get what I'm saying?
Oh.
Like
But
that's
you
like
know what
people that
though?
say that's
In
like
my
people that
head,
say
I'm
I forgive
thinking,
you, I forgive
huh?
you, babe, and then every second they bring the shit back up. Did you forgive them? Because why are
No,
we still talking about it?
exactly.
Why is there argument about it if you forgave the person? So
Hi.
I feel like I've said this before. It's a different, like people don't understand the true meaning of forgiveness, right? Like if I say I forgive you, like for someone to really be forgiven, you can't ask me to forgive you for something and then you continue doing it. That's not
Yes,
forgiveness. You
correct.
gotta stop doing it. And that's just forgiveness from way before us, from the Bible time as well. Like you have to like stop doing the shit for the person to forgive you. You can't say forgive me and then or keep doing it. No, it don't
I
work
think
like that.
that's the misconception. People think that if they say sorry for that act, then it's okay to, if they do it again, they could just say sorry. But let me ask you this, Taisha: in a healthy relationship, is cheating acceptable? Do you forgive if the person cheat on you? And how many times should you forgive? Healthy
Well,
or
you
not, I
know,
feel like one time is enough.
right, right. Well, you know, I think that's based on the person, right? Because everybody tolerate different levels of things, right? Like I have a different level of tolerance than you
True,
know, and other people. A
true.
lot of people can tolerate a lot of shit, you know? So I think it's based on your tolerance. I feel like nobody's perfect. You ain't gonna find a perfect nigga. No dude gonna find a perfect girl. It's just what you can tolerate, what you choose to deal with, right? Because I can be with a guy that does something that you don't like, that you like, oh, I could never do that, but it's tolerable to me. And you could be with someone that I'm like, I'll never do that, but it's tolerable to you. So
Yeah.
I think it's all in what people tolerate. There is no perfect. I think some people go around thinking like, oh, I need a man to have this, to do that, you know, and don't get me started on the girls that can't even do shit for
Yeah.
themselves and want it. But you know, they want things and they have this
That's
list.
true.
But it's like I always go, God, is my stuff. It's like you saying, God, come visit me, right? And a dirty bum come to your door, and you're like, get away from my door, dirty bum. And that dirty bum was probably God visiting your damn door. You see what I'm saying? So you can't say, God, send me a good man, send me a good woman, right? And because your expectation of what that looked like might not be what God has for you.
Yes,
So
that's
you
true.
have to be open to like people and then seeing who they are, how they show up, and don't try to change them. See how they show up and then choose whether who or what they show up as, if it's what you want or not. So I think a lot of things that happen is, which I am a victim of this myself, you come across people, you're like, oh, I really like them based on physical. And you're like, I like this person. And then you start to see how they show up and you're like, oh, we can fix that. Oh, that's adjustable. No, no,
But
let's
that's
not try to
our
fix
issue
it.
as women. We tend to do that a lot. We pick a
Yes,
partner based on their potential, not what they're
yes,
showing us. So
right,
that's definitely some one of our downfall
yes.
in a relationship.
And women do
So
that a lot. Women do
yes,
that a lot, always
yes,
trying to change the men. And
yes.
we got to start like letting people show up. You know what I'm saying? And deciding whether what's showing up is what we want or not. And then you have the men, right? That's why I also believe in not telling guys really what I'm looking for. I might tell you like, okay, I don't like this, I don't like that, and I don't like this, right? Eventually, if you are that, it's gonna show me. you're gonna show yourself. Like you can't hide, you can't wear that mask forever. But
So do you think that to be in a healthy relationship is to be 50-50?
absolutely,
Absolutely.
yes,
I disagree, but go ahead,
absolutely.
let me hear you.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Yes.
At the end of the day, I think people lose factor that we're all people. I keep saying that. We lose sight. We're so focused on he's a man, he should do this. She's a woman, she should do that. What separates us? We both have flesh. We just have different shapes that differentiate us from a man to a woman. There's some men out there with titties.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they
Yes.
men. They might be fat and have titties.
Yeah.
But only thing that differentiates us is our sexual parts. So I feel like you should be equals. Because at the end of the day, if it's not easy for you, what makes you think it's easy for a man? You know, if it's not easy for the man, what makes the man should think it's easy for the woman? Like it's hard in life for all of us. And we forget that we are people and we all go through the same shit. Like nothing is God doesn't say, oh, because you're a man, I'm not going to give you this. I'm not going to keep you over this fire right here and burn you till you're pure. We all get put to the fire to till we become pure. We all have to stand in front of him. We all got to bear the same shit. So why is it that we should feel that okay, this person should do more because they're this, right? Isn't that the same thing as you like um put an expectation on a person? You don't want expectation placed on you. So I feel like it should be 50-50. It definitely should be an equal situation. Because if that person chooses to say, babe, don't worry about it, I'll do this, then fine. But would you want somebody, say you was a man? Let's put your shoe in that foot.
I mean, I feel like if I was a man growing up the way I grew up and having the same culture, I would still think the same. Because I think I understand what you're saying, but for me, I don't think I should be 50-50 in a relationship with any man or woman.
But
Or
but
any-
okay. And why so why do you feel like you should be so you're in a sense putting yourself above the person?
No, not really. I think I
No.
think I
How
think
no?
I think in my mind, I still think about like I guess old school in a way. I grew up with my dad being the head of the household, my dad taking care of everything. So I feel like I kind of look for that in a partner. So if I'm dating a man and he's hitting me with the 50-50, I'm probably going to walk out the door because I don't feel like a man and a woman should be 50-50. I think that it's a man's responsibility to lead the household. So to me, if you can't be a provider, you can't protect me, you can't be the head of the household, then you're not for me. And I'm not saying like I shouldn't like contribute in regards to like finance, but I feel like you should carry that.
So what makes you think that it's easier for him to do it than you?
I don't think it's easier for him to do it, but I think that that is a man's job. Sorry to say that, but I do. I truly believe that. I feel like even back in the days, before women were able to even work, who it was the man's job to provide and the woman's, I guess, job to stay at home and watch the kids. I'm actually okay with that, to be honest. I feel like if a man is providing, he's working 40 hours, whatever, how many hours he's working in you home, your job is to make sure that you take care of him and your kids and your household. So I think that's where the problem is. A lot of women don't know what it means to be a true partner or to be submissive. Because a lot of women, when they hear the word submissive, they go crazy. But to me, I feel like a woman should be submissive to a man, and I don't believe in 50-50 relationship. I think that the man should carry the relationship because you are the head of the household. You lead me, I follow. Even speaking of, back in the days, even in the Bible, I feel like they tell you that a man lead. I never hear of a woman leading. you know?
Well, well, let me say this.
Right.
A couple points that I'm going to touch on what you said. And
Okay.
there's nothing wrong with how you feel. How
Yes.
you feel and what you believe is what you feel. Is no
Yeah.
wrong thing. It's what you feel and how you was raised. And there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely. You should stand by whatever you feel.
Yes.
But I'm going to say this.
Yes.
One thing about the Bible is very contradicting. Let me first say that. Okay. I don't care who don't like it. It's a fact. It's very contradicting. Um, and it was written by people, right? Just also remember the Bible. It's funny, I'm laughing because I prayed before I came on here and said, tell me what to talk about in your topics. So the Bible um, also was written to soften how God talks and how he looks and how he really show up. What is in the Bible is not really how God really thinks things should be. If we was to read and know what he really was saying, yeah, everybody would be terrified of it, right?
Everybody, what?
Would be
Hi,
terrified.
Cloud.
Hi, they would be
Hi,
terrified because
Jorgens.
they 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 they
Thank
want the
you.
fluffy version. You know what I'm saying? They want the fluffy version. But to address what you said about men leading and stuff like that, I will say this: if back in those times, right, it was hard for men to do that. Don't think because they were doing it meant it was easy. They were doing it because they had to. Just like now, there's women, right, that's doing it by themselves, but they're doing it because they have to.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So when you talk about back in the days, men were doing this and women stayed at home, that's because they had to. Women couldn't work, as you said. They couldn't do these things. So those things had to happen, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that it was easy for them to do it. It's because it had to happen. So
Yeah.
now we're in a space where we can equally contribute and take stress off of each other. If you are with somebody and y'all love each other, why would you not want to take that stress off that person? Why would you not want to say so? And another thing that comes with what you said is control. Because
Yeah.
now you're at home and this man is doing every darn thing. And then if he decides, oh, I want another woman, I want this, you feel like you should.
But then it goes back to the healthy relationship and trust and communication, right? Because I feel like if a man love you and honor you and trust you and have great communication, I don't think or he shouldn't be looking outside of you. But I will also tell you, if it was that hard, we had to fight to be able to work and have equal rights. Men wasn't trying to get our help, nor were they looking for it. So I don't know if I agree with that part because I feel like men, we had to literally fight to be able to work. The only even reason why we even able to work is because of the war. If the war
Right.
didn't happen, they win lack of men or whatever, would we be working? No, and I'm okay with that. I don't even know why we fight for it. To be honest.
You ain't silly. I hear
Well,
what you're
I don't
saying.
know what's wrong with y'all. Why did y'all even fight for that right? I don't know,
Well,
but
I'm glad they
that's
fought for it,
besides the
right?
point.
Because you see, you were raised in that household. I was raised in a household with both my parents too.
Yeah,
And my dad did everything, but my mom still worked, even though my dad wanted my mom to stay home.
yeah,
And she said no. You know what she told me? You never stay home. You never ever put your whole reliance in man. When
yeah.
she say man, she's not talking about a man. She's
Yeah,
saying
yeah, I get it.
human beings. Like the only person you put that reliance in is God.
Yeah,
So I don't want to sit at home and rely on someone to have the burden of taking care of me.
yeah.
Like I just me personally, I don't want to do that. I'd rather work and have my own money because if you decide that you want to beat the shit out of me, I ain't worried that I'm stuck and I can't leave because now I ain't got no money because I'm relying on
But
your.
why though? Why should you be stuck? And why don't you have any money? Because okay, I think that's to me that's the confusion or because again, if you're in a healthy relationship, whether the man is taking care of you or not, you should still be able to have access to his
But Val,
funds.
that's what I'm saying. I hear what you're saying in that aspect. You're talking about healthy. I'm talking about when you come across that situation and there's men that take that situation now and use it as a control. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
thinking
yeah.
about healthy men. I'm
Yes.
saying with that situation is when that is given
They
to a man
manipulate
that's
the
not healthy.
situation.
Right. That now is like, okay, now I'm paying all these bills. Guess what? You get what I'm saying? Not
Yeah.
everybody is thinking on a positive mind with that. Not everybody's coming
Yeah.
from a good place with that.
You're right. Same thing with when
Sometimes
I
there
say
is.
submissive. People think when they hear submissive, it's like when I say jump, you jump. That's not.
Right, right. So that's what I'm saying. That Yes, I hear what you're saying. Nothing wrong with what you're saying, but it's who you're giving it to.
Yes.
You have to be
Yes.
mindful who you're allowing to do this. You get
Yes.
what I'm saying? And
Yes.
that takes time for you
Yes.
to learn whether that person is somebody you want to give that to or not.
Yes.
So I feel like walking into a relationship saying, this is what you're going to do, and you go for that, and then that person becomes negative in their submissiveness on you,
Yes.
then you're like, I can't believe he did that to me. But
Yes.
you didn't get to let him show up to see whether, okay, I don't want to give him that control or not. You know
Okay,
what I'm
so
saying?
yes, I hear what you're saying. You're saying basically, if you with a quality man, he's gonna do what needs to happen. If you with these sucker ass,
Right.
they ain't gonna do nothing.
Right. So that's what I keep saying. You have to let people show up
Woo!
and see what they show up as. Because if it's a man
Yes,
that's like that, he's gonna naturally do that anyway.
yes.
If he's like
Guys,
that.
while we take a sip of this wine, make
Oh,
sure you share, make sure y'all tap. Y'all could share it on Facebook. Y'all could also share it on Instagram. Y'all could tap, y'all could comment, y'all could get engaged. Ask us questions, get to know us. What's going on with you
yes.
guys? What you guys doing? Okay, cheers. Let me take a sip of this.
Cheers. Boy, I'm telling you, she know, because I get to talking and all into the conversation and I forget about all of that. Because my whole focus is get this message out there. Let people
I mean,
get to.
as it should. You know, I'm just over here.
So
I'm
I
just a
appreciate
guest
that.
over here trying to get in this little convo, trying to get all of this knowledge my girl got, okay? Y'all better
For
get on
real.
this and stop playing. Uh,
Yes, feel free to like, where are y'all from? They someone, Natalie A said, where are we from?
Hi, Nat. Nate, welcome. Well, I'm from America, New York. How about yourself? Where are you from?
Well, I'm from America, North Carolina. And where are you from? I'm not going to address that.
If you're referring to our nationality, we are Caribbean.
Yes, we are Caribbean, which is why she said in her culture and stuff like that. So I don't
Yes.
know why someone just wrote the F word and that's it. I'm going to ignore that.
Like fuck, yeah, fuck. Wow, you keep saying fuck. This is good. This is some great conversation. It sure is. What's his name? Colonel. You are 100% correct. You gotta say the word fuck because it feels so good to listen to this awesome conversation. Yes, yes, yes. But make sure you share, you like, you comment, and you throw some hearts.
So,
Okay.
Nate, you're from California. Okay.
Oh,
How
nice.
is the weather up there? And what do you think? You can answer. Oh, it's good to have a guy with the answer. What do you think
Yes.
a healthy relationship look like? Like, what do you think?
Let me share
Like,
this.
yeah, just go ahead and write something in the comment. Tell us what that looked like. I would love to hear your advice on it. Oh, it's been very
Yeah.
hot. Dang, I wish I was out there.
For sure. Me too.
It's raining out here. Mm-hmm. Tell us what you think a healthy relationship look like, and make sure you like and subscribe. Um, there's many other videos on here as well. This is my first one doing duo together to talk about healthy relationships. We had a little retreat last. We had a little retreat last podcast, and we talked a little bit. And so this was something that we decided that we wanted to do, was to talk about healthy relationship on the next session together, after the conversation we had in person. Okay, I'm going to sit back a little bit, but hopefully I get to see your response still. Yeah, so he responded. Okay. A healthy relationship, good communication. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Trust, respect, and foundational, in my opinion. Absolutely right. I don't know where she went. She should be coming back on. She must have pressed something, screwed something up. Okay, that's absolutely correct. I agree with that. I definitely feel like that's exactly what I was telling her. Communication is my number one though. Like, you have to have good communication, have to 100% have good communication. I feel like if you don't have that, it's pretty much pointless, for real. Like, what are we doing? You can't even talk to me. Then what we doing? So I agree with that, Nate, 100%. I don't know where my cousin went. She just disappeared. It kicked me out. It says my YouTube crashed. Okay, guys. Yes, that needs to be number one in any relationship. I said the same thing. I'd be so mad because, believe it or not, Nate, you know what irritating with that? It should be number one, but can you believe it's one of the hardest things to like? It's one of the hardest things in a relationship. It's easy, it's free, it's like, but everybody don't know how to communicate. And so honestly, it's one of the hardest things. Like I've come to find that's one of the hardest things in a relationship is that um people don't communicate properly. Everybody communication look differently for everybody. So sometimes that ruins everything. Um, but now that it kicked my cousin out, I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. I thank you all for joining, and make sure you like, because she would be saying this. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow. And that doesn't mean just, hey, I said this. It needs to be understood, heard. Right, right. That's you saying the same thing. If you was on here earlier, you would have heard me say the same thing. When this is done, Nate, go back and watch it. You'll see everything you just said. I said the same thing to her. Same thing. So true. Because it's a difference between listening and hearing. Like it's two different things for real. So I gotta put you on my podcast, Nate. Hit me up. We gotta talk about it's good to have a conversation like this with a guy. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining. Remember to stay grounded, like, subscribe, and follow my podcast. Please continue to do so, right? And I hope that you get something out of this today. I hope something positive came out of this for you. And you're able to take it in. As I always say, right? Like take something in, something consumes you from this, and it clicks something for you. You know what I mean? Whatever you need to get, there's no right and wrong what to get, right? There's no right and wrong in how you choose to do your relationship. How you choose to do it is how you do it. It's just who you choose to do it with. Stay dry in all that rainy weather. Yes, it is rainy out here. It is rainy. Um, so yeah, so I'm gonna say, all right, guys, don't forget, Shea Butter Cotton Candy is on sale, $10 until Friday. Okay, so make sure y'all get y'all some of the cotton candy. Smells so good. Okay, and don't forget again, like, subscribe, follow, stay positive, and number one of all that I say, stay grounded. Thank you guys. Love you guys so, so much. Really, I really appreciate all of you watching and following and all my solid subscribers. Thank you all. And thank you to my new ones like Nate. Thank you so much. All right, guys. See you on the flip side. Stay grounded.